I ignored a fake friend. I'm in a rough situation. I have this friend, let's call her Capricorn. I'm really into astrology and astronomy, so I'll name people by their zodiac signs. Anyway, Capricorn and I have been friends for 2 years, and it's been quite an interesting friendship. But starting this year, I've been getting real fed up with Capricorn. To be honest, she's been lying to me way too much. Let me explain. One time at lunch, I was talking with Capricorn and another friend, Leo. Out of nowhere, Capricorn turns to me and says, "Hey, did you know that today, Sagittarius said Pisces had a glow up?" Now, Sagittarius is one of my literal best friends, and she also knows Capricorn. Pisces knows Capricorn too, but to me, he's more of an acquaintance. So I was immediately like, I don't believe you. Later that day, I brought it up with Sagittarius, and she said she never even talked to Capricorn that day. Obviously, I believed her, not just because she's my best friend, but also because Capricorn has a history of lying. Like one time, right in front of me, she told another kid some crazy story about me that wasn't even remotely true. I had to shut that down real fast. Anyway, one of the biggest lies Capricorn has spread is about me and my childhood best friend. Let's call him Gemini. I've known Gemini since I was 2, or at least, that's what my parents have told me. I don't really remember much before age 4. So, one day at lunch, Capricorn and I were talking about Sagittarius and Pisces, because honestly, I ship them. Then Capricorn randomly says, "It's weird to have a friend of the opposite gender." I was like, no, it's not, and mentioned Gemini. Ever since that day, she's been spreading rumors that we're dating and telling anyone who would listen. Now, to be clear, I wasn't dating anyone, never have, and probably won't anytime soon. So you can imagine how exhausting it was to keep having to correct people. Mind you, I haven't had a full conversation with Gemini since 5th grade. We haven't even had a class together since. Another thing Capricorn used to do was take pictures of me at school. At first, I didn't mind because I let Sagittarius take photos of me all the time. But then one day, Leo sent me a photo of me and said, "Capricorn posted this on Locket." Now, if you're anything like me, you probably have no idea what Locket is. It's some kind of social media app, from what I understand. So imagine my surprise. From that day on, I always told Capricorn to stop taking pictures of me, and when she did, I made sure she deleted them. That brings us to last week. By this point, I had made some pretty solid friendships. I was in a great group chat with Sagittarius, Pisces, and a new friend, Cancer. That's going to be important later. So I'm just chilling at home on a Thursday night after coming back from a school board meeting. Around 7 p.m., Capricorn texts me. It's a picture of me, one I specifically told her to delete, and it had a caption. Unfortunately, I don't remember exactly what it said, but at that point, I was done. I told her straight up that she was being disrespectful, then blocked and deleted her contact without waiting for a response. I also told Sagittarius to do the same because Capricorn has a habit of running to her whenever something like this happens, begging her to get me to respond. After that, I finally felt free, at least for the night. The next day at school, Capricorn tried to talk to me, but I ignored her. At one point, I was waiting with 3 other friends to go to the chorus when Capricorn walked up to me. She asked if we were still friends. Without even looking at her, I just said no. Then I told her to go to class. Things came to a head during science, my 5th period class. After class, while waiting to be dismissed, I was chatting with Cancer and Pisces. I had said something random, and Cancer and I were laughing while Pisces was trying to figure out what I said. Then, Capricorn walked up to us, pointed directly at me, turned to Pisces, and said, "You see her, she's a brat." So obviously, me being a very fiery and witty Leo, I replied with, "Takes one to know one." And then I walked off. But it wasn't over yet. In the hallway, while waiting to go into math, 6th period, Capricorn decided to play victim. She kept saying stuff like, "What did I do? Why won't you tell me? I didn't do anything." So I just looked at her and said I was genuinely astonished that she still hadn't figured it out. I told her she lies way too much and asked, "How have you not figured this out yet?" Now I know that was probably overboard, and I'm not excusing it, but at that point I was just done. After math class, Capricorn had the absolute audacity to try and bribe me. She said that if I gave her another chance, she'd research Pokémon and listen to Epic, the musical. Now, being a huge Pokémon nerd and epic fan, I'll admit, it was tempting for like a second. But then I realized she was just trying to get me back, so obviously, I shut that down real quick. I was supposed to have honor chorus practice that day, but I honestly couldn't stand being near Capricorn. So I texted my mom that I'd be taking the bus home instead and hung out with Cancer. Right now, as I write this at 10 p.m. on Sunday night, I'm just hoping there won't be any drama tomorrow. But I'll update y'all at the end of the week. So, am I the bad guy for ignoring a fake friend? Oh, and by the way, totally forgot to mention genders and ages. We're all in 7th grade. I'm female, 12. Capricorn is female, 13. Sagittarius is female, 13. Cancer is female, 12. Pisces is male, 13. Leo is female, 12. Gemini is male, 12 or 13.